Good morning. I'm up at Eildon National Park. It's about, 6:30 in the morning. Sun's just coming up over the lake through the trees there. This is my first walk in Australia in 2025 we are now. Wow. So I've been actually on the Mekong River for a while over in kind of Vietnam and Cambodia, so I haven't been doing a lot of walking. So I thought I'd choose a fairly solid day out. It's a warm day. It's a 22k walk with a bit of climbing. I'm doing the Blowhard Spur Circuit. So we'll see how the day goes. The good news is once I get back down to the lake, I'll be able to have a swim. Hopefully the weather's nice enough for that. We'll see how we go. Alright, I'll spin the camera around and we can look at something better than my face, eh? Alright, take it easy. So I've just walked up the kind of access road to the car park, a few hundred metres beside the lake or above the lake. It's Lake Eildon. This is Merlot's Lookout, and this is where I'll leave the lake for a while and head up into the hills. Okay, the climbing begins. Good thing is I'll get most of the climbing out of the way before the day gets too warm, because it is a solid climb, this one. It gets to be a bit of a roller coaster up this spur, up the top. Anyway, I'll video that when I get to it. Well, it didn't take me long to start puffing Billy. I've definitely got some fitness work to do this year. It's nice to be back in the Aussie bush though. So it's a reasonably cool summer's morning. It was around 12 degrees when I left the ute, but they're predicting about 30 up here today, which is nice. Okay, progress has been made. I've met the old four-wheel drive track. This is where the roller coaster starts. There's a lot of steep ups and downs from what I remember. It's been, I don't know, probably 5-6 years since I've done this walk. Over the years I've done it quite a few times. There's the lake down there. So I follow this old four-wheel drive track. I think it's up to Skyline Road or maybe Fraser National Park Road. It runs along the ridge line for a while. So I follow that up to the top of that ridge in front of me there. Swing down the road for a while and then back down to the lake. It sounds easy. Okay, here's the roller coaster stuff. So one thing about this old 4-drive management track that I'm following, it's fairly steep. I don't know if you can see. I'll show you the surface. It's fairly loose too. So particularly when you're going down, you got to be a bit careful you don't slip on the loose gravelly-like rock, which is probably why I'm going to put the camera away now, I think. So this is High Camp. There's a track junction up there, which I'm going to climb up to, I think. So I'm heading to Skyline Road. The lake's down there. Okay, it's just after 8:15. I'm just stopped for brekkie. I'm not that far from Skyline Road now, so I'm still following the spur. As you can see, it drops away on both sides reasonably acutely, so there's some pretty good views through the trees. The lake, I mean, I can just see some houseboats down there, but it's a fair way away now. Okay, just doing a short 20-metre off-piste section to meet Skyline Road. I'm going to turn right on this dirt road and follow it for about, I don't know, less than 2 k's, I think, and then I'll drop back down into the park. Looks like there's a bit of a pad that may be up just above the road, but to be honest, it's just as easy to walk the road. It's not particularly busy. The hard bit might be dropping down this little embankment, but you can actually swing left and follow a 4-wheel drive track that will go 100 or so metres in the other direction and meet the road. This was pretty easy, a little alternate though that I just did. Alright, there won't be much to see along there, I don't think, so I'll just get on with it and start walking again. So this is looking west off Skyline Road, kind of in the direction of Alexandra, I suppose. Okay, I've been walking along Skyline Road for, I don't know, 15 minutes, I suppose. And I'm going to head back into the bush here on my right. So there's a signpost. I wasn't sure if there was a signpost here, but the tell is that farmland on the right side of the road is the first private land you reach. But there's a sign, so we don't need to worry about that. So I'm dropping down Station Creek track now, back towards the lake. That'll be a fair while away though. Okay, well I've dropped down the worst of the descent. as I was saying before, you have to be a little bit careful because it's a bit gravelly, a bit slippery in spots, but it wasn't too bad. I managed to negotiate it without going arse over. I'm heading down here now towards a little side track to an old hut called Stone's Outstation. Haven't been here for a while. Last time I saw the hut was a bit decrepit from memory and the track was pretty vague, so I'll see if I can find it. If not, we'll just keep going down to the lake. In case anyone's not up with it or watching from either state or somewhere else, this used to be grazing land or farmland years ago, and then they dammed I think it was the Goulburn River to create Lake Eildon, which is mostly irrigation and recreation lake. And obviously the farmland got reclaimed, and some of it, the bit that I'm walking in now, got turned into a national park. I think it was originally Fraser National Park or something. Now it's the Eildon National Park. But yeah, the old outstation is a relic from the grazing days, and below the bed of the or below the water of the lake, there's a whole lot of history back to those grazing days. So I'm pretty well down on the flat country now. This is old gold mining country, well, grazing country, but also gold mining through here. So that could have actually been an old shaft there, maybe. Oh no, that's a culvert. I'm all over this. But yeah, I've seen a few shafts around. It's fairly idyllic through here. It'd be a nice spot to camp, actually. The lake's still, Lake Eildon's probably still a kilometre and a half away though, so I'm a little bit away from some water. Otherwise, yeah, you could make this into a fairly easy overnighter with a camp somewhere like this. Mind you, there's plenty of camps around here. Not sure the legality of that though, to be honest with you. Okay, so this is the start of that loop. Well, there's a loop around the Stone's Outstation. You can go out and back too. The only tell here is that arrow that track marker on a tree. And as you can see, the pad is very, very vague. So you'll be following track markers. Look, it's not very fun. You're not going to get lost. So, it's not a bad option. It leaves the four-wheel drive track, gets you on some soft grass for a while. But yeah, it is kind of a little bit harder to navigate. Anyway, I'll stop waffling on and see if I can find this old outstation, without getting lost. How nice is this, A little resembling a track, but the walking is very nice. And the camping will be top shelf too. And as far as track markers go, I haven't seen one since I left that four-wheel drive track. I haven't been looking particularly hard though. There may be some somewhere. There's that dry creek. I'm not just wandering aimlessly, I'm kind of following that dry creek gully down towards the lake. So I'm not really in any danger of getting super lost here. Actually, I'm in no danger because I've just spied the hut. So, I don't know if you can see shimmering through the trees down there is the lake. down there. The sun's not doing us any favours. Hang on, I'll just try and zoom in a bit. And here's the hut, or the old hut. Okay, here's the old hut. Let's have a look at it, eh? 5-foot high door. You won't be sleeping in here, but it would supply some shelter on a rainy day. And yeah, the lake, the water for camp here, if anyone did camp here, would be from the lake down there. However, like I mentioned, I'm not 100% certain of the legalities of bush camping here, so you probably want to do a bit of research. All right, I'll complete the loop now and head back to the I think the station track for the last little bit down to the lake. Okay, I've arrived back down near the water's edge. This is Aired Inlet, so AIRD I think it is. Eildon's famous for its famous for water recreation spots, so there's a lot of houseboats there, as you can see across the water there. Being Christmas holidays, there's probably a few more than normal, and there's normally the sound of jet skis and ski boats ringing in the air, but it's fairly quiet at the moment, which is a bit unusual for such a nice day. All right, I'm going to follow the lake back now, pretty well all the way to the ute. Now, this track along the edge here isn't always on the edge of the water. Sometimes I'll be up in the trees a bit, not much, but I've not always got just water to my left. It'll mostly be trees. However, it's pretty easy to get down to the water if you want. So, next spot is School Point, which I'll go across the top of, which isn't far. And I reckon it might be second brekkie time by then. So this is School Point. I'm just walking out on it. A bit like Lifestyles of the Rich and Shameless along there with all these massive boats. They're just side by side. I suppose it's the water equivalent of a caravan, eh? It's like I've stumbled into someone's lounge room here. Got the fairy lights up. I think I'll swing away from this side. There's no track out to the end of School Point that I can see, but the scrub's pretty light. This is the quiet side, obviously. A stunning day. I've got my eye on a swim a little bit later, but there'll be no shortage of opportunities now. So this section along up above the water back to the ute is arguably the best section of this walk. That's why I saved it to the end. It's relatively level. It climbs in and out of gullies, but it's nothing too drastic. and it's mostly benched. There are some sections that aren't benched from memory, but it's a pretty popular track, this one. Sorry about that little stutter. I thought I saw a snake. Haven't seen a snake today yet. That water's looking mighty tempting. 5Ks, maybe 6Ks, and I think I'll jump in. It's 11 o'clock. Sounds like the ski boats are firing up for the day. So this little inlet, if you can hear me, is Italian Bay, and that one through the tree stretching out to the water to the left is Cook Point. That's what I've got earmarked for a swim. Hopefully there's no boats out there, no houseboats. So I'm on the side track at the moment out to Cook Point. I'll get down to the end and try and find somewhere to have a swim where there's no houseboats. We'll see how we go. So this is the end of Point Cook. It's busy. Not quite Sydney Harbour on New Year's Eve busy, but busy, if you get my drift. Alright, I'm going to go out here a bit and drop off the right side. Try and avoid where that mud and those big rocks are. Oh, some people down there. Wonder where they came from. Alright. Try and get in there somewhere. Feel the serenity. Well, I suppose I'm close to Bonnie Doo. Alright, time to get dressed. Get back to the ute, I suppose. Feels pretty good though. Hot tip here. Bring Tevas or some kind of river sandals though, because the rocks are a little severe on bare feet. Okay, lunch and a swim was enjoyed. I've got about probably less than 4Ks, maybe 4Ks to get back to the ute now. So let's get on with it. Back into the heat. It's not super hot though, it's probably 30 degrees I'm guessing. That's what they were predicting, and it feels about right. So I'm back on the main track now. Incidentally, if anyone comes here and goes out to Cook Point, which is that side track I just did out to have a swim, and sees this 160 metre distance, it's probably more like, I think they've misplaced a decimal point. It probably should be about 1.6 kilometres, I think. It's way further than 160 metres out there. Anyway, it's all pretty easy here. All right, onwards. So I might have mumbled something about this earlier on, but this is my first walk back in Australia since having 4 weeks over in Asia over Christmas, and it's amazingly the light in Australia is just so vibrant. When I go overseas, the light seems so muted. There's an echidna hiding in the tree there. There he is. All right, just getting back to the car park now. A few more cars there now than at 6:15 this morning. That walk came out about 21.6, and I'm about 800 metres climbing. It'll run through the All Trail software, so that might vary a bit, but check the slide out at the end for the exact figure. It's a good walk. If you're doing it in the summer, do it the way I did it and get them climbing out of the way first and finish along the lake, because not only is it fairly level, but you can cool off in the water. Speaking of cooling off in the water, if you want to swim, I recommend, and I didn't do it, I recommend like river sand or Tevas or something similar. The gravel's particularly rough. Gravel and rock is particularly rough on tender feet. All right, I'm going to sign off. First walk back for 2025. It felt pretty good. I'll catch you on the next one.